25 Republican governors have signed a letter saying they stand with Texas and believe the border and razor wire falls under states' rights. It reads in part, quote, "We stand in solidarity with our fellow Governor Greg Abbott and the state of Texas in utilizing every tool and strategy, including razor wire fences, to secure the border." The governors also call out the Biden administration several times, especially for the mass parole of migrants across the U.S. One of those 25 governors is also former Republican presidential candidate Doug Burgum. North Dakota's Doug Burgum joins me now. Governor, glad to have you here. So why is North Dakota standing with Texas?
Well, we've been standing with Texas long before this latest skirmish with the Biden administration. This is clearly Governor Abbott's on the right path here under Joe Biden. I mean, it's been a complete disaster. It's not just the fact that in December, the numbers you've just reported, that's equivalent to the city of every man, woman, and child in New Orleans came into the United States illegally in December. But you add up under his administration, we've blown through the 8 million mark. That's every man, woman, and child in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Joe Biden's home state of Delaware, throw in Montana. That's how you get to 8 million. And then you throw on 300,000 overdose deaths, 6 Vietnam's worth of deaths during the time that Joe Biden's been president. We do have a mass invasion. We do have mass casualties. The states created the federal government, not the other way around. And we have a national security crisis. The Biden administration is failing to do their job, so states need to step up.
Yeah. Does Texas, though, have the right to take over a federal border? Because statistics show that Greg Abbott is just moving the problem to neighboring states. He's not stopping migrants. He's moving them over to Arizona's border.
Well, Greg Abbott wouldn't have to do any of this if Joe Biden had left in place the policies that Donald Trump had when he was president. This problem has been exacerbated and just escalated by the Biden administrations of let's having an open border. And in 2016, the border was about immigration. In the election in 2024, this is about national security and it's about public safety. And the public is going to be behind Governor Abbott, just like the governors are, because they're feeling it. Every state's become a border state because of this transshipment of illegal immigrants coming into the United States. Even New York City is saying we can't. It's a national security problem.
It is a national security problem. Governor Abbott calls it an invasion. You're absolutely right. Cities all across the interior of the United States are dealing with this. You've endorsed Donald Trump, and yet Trump is publicly and privately, according to reports, pressuring Republicans in Congress to kill a border deal. If it's this big a crisis, shouldn't everybody be on board to fix it right now, not maybe next year?
Well, Congress is Congress, and the border deal is tied up with foreign aid and foreign wars that are also at the feet of Joe Biden, because Joe Biden, with him releasing the sanctions against Iran, has allowed them to fund terrorism around the world. And the Biden energy policies are causing that instability around the world. And then today, hidden underneath all this other news, they won't even be talking about it, but they've stopped the permitting for LNG export permits in the United States. The Biden administration, they're bragging about it. It's like, I guess the Biden administration, we want to go back and have Western Europe getting all of their natural gas from Russia. I mean, we should be selling energy to our friends and allies, not forcing them to buy it from our adversaries. And this will be on page 18. So between the open border and the energy policies, Joe Biden is destabilizing the whole world. He's putting the world at risk, and he's literally funding wars because of the energy policies.
Right.